Hello, frantic, pedantic, antiviraling, spiraling adults or non-adults living in hyper-aware Cloudflare era of pure unfiltered guilt. It's the middle of 2025 right now, and everyone's euphorically grifting and grinning and deal-making and saying anything at all to beautifully preserve all assets and legacies and power structures, so billions of offshore dollars flawlessly, cryogenically outlive the poor and the rich and humankind altogether. Given their transparently cynical, cold rejection of everything that makes sense, I think we, as the new and frustrated and tired of stupid, fake, pointless civility generation, should probably learn at least a little more about how these podcaster-turned-politicians, shriveled and smooth, alcohol-drenched, and unsurprisingly vain brains can function so callously, illogically, contradictorily in a world that was weirdly, in all likelihood, nothing but kind to them. Following my last video, it's once again time to familiarize yourself with these typical, visible, surprisingly human cognitive biases the right way. Like literally or non-literally paralyzed, too seldom breathalyzed, 2000s-born solemn fog-coming acknowledgers who honestly didn't ask for any of this. Let's go! Recency bias. Too heavily consider what's recent when deciding or concluding, even if what's recent isn't super relevant.
1 view, 7 seconds. Bro fell off.
Survivorship bias. Focusing on things that needed to pass a selection process to be noticed while ignoring things that didn't pass that selection process.
I was born in the wrong generation. I hate almost all the crappy modern music out right now.
It all sounded so much better back then.
False consensus effect. Overestimating how much other people share your beliefs, behaviors, or values. Basically by assuming that most people are like you.
All dudes got that one friend that we act zesty in front of, but they low-key give you butterflies, and you low-key think about them a lot more than you should for just being home.
False uniqueness bias. Viewing your values, beliefs, or qualities as unique, when in reality they're just kind of average or sort of common.
I'm not like other girls.
Projection bias. Assuming your current beliefs, values, or qualities will stay the same in the future.
Wow, League is such a fun game. I'm gonna love it for the rest of my life.
In-group bias. Favoring the group you're in over other groups for basically no substantive reason.
Well, you see, it's obviously true that people around me who have my skin color are just better overall. No elaboration or introspection needed.
Regret aversion. Making a potentially crazy decision now, so in the future you won't have to regret not having made that decision in the past.
I know I'd regret not dropping $700 in the strictly cosmetic rank jerk make custom fit schlong sheath, so I have to get it right now.
Selective perception effect. Not noticing and more quickly forgetting things that cause emotional discomfort and contradict prior beliefs.
I didn't fall for it again. I didn't fall for it again because this is all great, actually. I didn't fall for it again. I didn't fall for it again because no, seriously, this is all great. I didn't fall for it again. I didn't fall.
Confirmation bias. Searching for, favoring, or remembering info that supports your already existing values and beliefs.
I think I have advanced, untreatable, malignant, ligamentary ligma. Time to visit a bazillion doctors until I confirm it's terminal.
Observer expectancy effect. When a researcher influences the results of their own study by interacting with participants.
After telling TikTokers that the study they're in will help inform whether to ban TikTok, most of them said TikTok is phenomenal for mental health.
Similar to confirmation bias in that researchers' expectations can often subtly and unconsciously shape participants' behavior. Mere exposure effect. Feeling more strongly about things you're familiar with just because you're more familiar with them.
I'm going to punch a wall next time I bear curbside witness to another Dubai chocolate moonbee matcha caramel cookie labubu raid. Or maybe I'll just pay $500 entrance fee to finally witness the transactional, aggressively non-grayscale horror inside.
Anchoring bias. Letting the first piece of info you come across entirely determine how you make your final decision.
You have two options right now.
Attend invaluable $5,000 My Wife, My Life victim riverboat cruise retreat or go to therapy. Hey, I mean, why consider anything else? Just say yes.
Yes.
Impact bias. Overestimating how strongly or for what length of time you'll emotionally react to things in the future.
As fake eccentric CEO looking to escape two-thirds life crisis, attending Burning Man will for sure change everything for me.
Halo effect. I feel like this thing is good or bad in one way, so it must also be good or bad in another unrelated way.
Wow, this guy's super confident and loud. He must be right about everything.
Einstellung effect. Approaching problems with a mindset that worked in the past rather than considering other possible ways of thinking.
Well, have you tried turning it off and on again?
Bandwagon effect. Two main types. Conformism. Doing something because everyone else is, for that reason alone.
I can't wait to upload my public prolapse challenge video because everyone's doing that right now.
Lack of information. Doing something because you don't have enough specific information. Instead, assuming the fact that a gazillion people are doing it means it's fine and cool and good to do.
Lots of people accept Facebook terms and conditions, so I'll probably be fine. Oh wait, my likeness is out, but you sans consent in 3 separate Yuri-coded perfume commercials.
Framing effect. Letting your decisions be influenced by the way info is presented rather than by the info itself.
Haha, the internal tagline, "It's what's happening," makes you want to open this app, but the externally supplied tagline, "It's what's destroying your humanity," weirdly makes you want to close it again.
Psychological reactance. When your freedom is restricted, feel disproportionately motivated to get it back.
Arson and Bug just told the teacher I'm failing to exercise gender-critical empathy, meaning I now have to miss 10 minutes of recess. Time to loudly, disruptively expose their historical turf rights advocacy in the hopes of regaining my leisurely autonomy.
Negativity bias. Paying more attention to, learning from, or disproportionately using information that has negative implications, rather than considering information that suggests anything positive or neutral.
Despite semi-regular compliments from my friends, one random guy just said my nose looks gay. Now I'm writing my maybe unintentionally homoerotic doomer manifesto.
Decision fatigue. After making a lot of decisions, your ability to make more well-reasoned, intentional, and self-respecting or whatever decisions likely becomes worse.
I just decided 100 separate times to buy 100 separate vibrators off Temu today. I don't know, I'm kinda tired right now, so time to splurge on 5 more prostate massagers with money I don't have.
Fundamental attribution error. Overemphasizing personal attributes and underestimating situational factors in judging people's behavior. failure.
Maybe said self-referentially. They're only stuck inside doing nothing all day every day because they're subhuman failures. Not because they've been dismissively, anxiously, cyclically Pavloved into avoiding social interaction at all costs.
Identifiable victim effect. Showing more empathy for specific identifiable people you can clearly visibly see are suffering when a zillion people are also suffering, but vaguely and invisibly to you.
I will now donate to this family's GoFundMe, but we should always remember that God once said, "Thou shalt not vote for universal free healthcare."
Gambler's fallacy. Believing past outcomes of a random process can predict future outcomes.
I just opened 40 crates with no skin luck whatsoever. I can feel it. I'm now due to receive 10 legendary skins in a row.
Hot hand fallacy. Similar to gambler's fallacy, thinking someone who's successful at one thing is more likely to have future success at other potentially random things.
This guy had such a great pitch. I can't wait to see his mini breathalyzer take off.
Okay, brief like, comment, subscribe intermission. Go do that now or Gay Mom Go Sky. Finally, since at least one of these biases may be familiar to you given that one video, it's time to learn the difference between fallacies and cognitive biases. A fallacy occurs when an argument is constructed poorly, i.e. when the logic underlying a set of premises fails to imply the argumentative conclusion to be true. A bias, cognitive or otherwise, however, can be obviously revealed in someone's spoken or written argument, but will never itself be contained in that spoken or written argument. Basically, while fallacies are things you can intentionally or unintentionally include in your arguments, biases are potentially common human patterns of thought that just circumstantially determine what arguments you may try to make as a person who exists in the world. Since allowing your biases to exist unchecked can result in your drawing conclusions that don't really depend on replicable, well-established, consistent, logic-backed reasoning, doing so can often cause you to use sorta reasonable sounding but in fact ineffective fallacies to justify your vibes-based perspectives. Hopefully the examples I gave in this video illustrated that pretty well. Also remember, while biases like the gambler's fallacy and the hot hand fallacy include the word fallacy in their common names, they actually refer to two things at once, both the argumentative mistake and the underlying mental pattern that causes the argumentative mistake. Here, in the biases series, I'm focusing more on the underlying mental patterns themselves, despite the fact that some biases are more well known for the fallacious arguments they cause. Okay, cool, you did it. You finally learned even more cognitive biases. Now you have a bunch more jumbled up internal vibes and feelings to fill your already daily, hourly, macrosecondly dysfunctional arguments with. Time to write long Reddit post YouTube comment about why what you learned is gay and fake and wrong, obviously ensuring exactly 0 biases total are fallaciously reflected in your reasoning. Either way, let's go! This was the second part of the biases series, so stay tuned for part 3 coming out semi-soon / whenever I get around to it. Also again, like, comment your favorite or unfavorite biases or bias stories, subscribe, turn notifications on, send me an email or something, and maybe join my Patreon. I just started today, but like as a joke, just kidding, not really. If you like the stuff I'm doing and want to show me that you do and or actually have the money, please don't give me money if you would be negatively affected by doing so.
Or maybe do actually, since I have monetary incentive to finish the Patreon announcement this way.
Anyway, Genshin Z-Gens not so impacted in fact by gendered Plan Z, it's time for me to go. But more importantly, it's time for you guys to watch the other gazillion videos I've been making and then subsequently wait impatiently for the non-Calendly link not signaling my next unscheduled upload. I don't really know what the purpose of half these sentences is, but I do know that they're all probably having some effect on the world, however weird, terrifying, and brain-altering. Somehow I have to segue back to this, so just remember that you're not a flawless, unbiased, all-knowing determiner of what is and isn't true. Go touch some grass or Minecraft SSG tasks. Bye.